So 2 days in, 2 days left to go. It's the halfway stage of the Cheltenham Festival. I think we're a bit ahead at the moment, certainly off Tuesday's results anyway. As I said, day 3 is on Thursday. Starts at 1:50 with the Turner's Novice Chase. The favourite here is Mighty Potter. He's around even money. I think that's a fair enough price. Disappointing here last season as novice hurdler, but I'll forgive him that run. Chasing was always going to be his game. He's won his 3 starts this season. 2 wins of them have come at Grade 1 level. He's going to handle the ground. Obviously, there's been a lot of rain, so it's going to be quite soft. His Drummoor Chase was on soft, so he'll definitely handle the ground. I'm struggling to see him beat. Evens, I'd rather back in than laying at, a 50-50 chance. I think he's got a better chance than that. So, I think it's a good thing in the first one to get us off for favourite backers in the first. Next is 2:10. It's the Temps final, 3 miles, handicap hurdle. They've changed the qualifying system a little bit this year. It used to be you had to be in the first 6 to qualify in one of the qualifying series. It's down to the first 4. So some of the trends for this might go a little bit out the window. I do like Gordon Elliott's horses here. He's got a great record in the race. I think he's won it 3 times in the last 5 years. I'm quite interested in the Boss's Oscar, who was sent off a short price favourite for this in 2021, ended up finishing second. Now in that year he ran off a mark of 151. He's down £6 in the handicap here for a mark of 145. I think he's been laid out for the race. Gordon Elliott normally targets this with this kind of horse. 10-1 I think is a decent each way price. We're going to have a big field here. I think it's 24, 25 runners. You'll probably get 5 or 6 places each way, maybe even 7. I can see him running a decent race, decent claimers on board. And that's the Boss's Oscar in the 2:10. Next up, we've got the Ryanair Chase at 2:50. Now, Shiskin's currently about an even money favourite for this. I want to oppose him, really. He was amazing last time out at Ascot, but I'm not forgiving him for the 2 runs before that, to be honest with you. The Sandown run, I wasn't overly impressed with. They said the trip was too short and he's always been wanting this bigger trip, but I don't get that myself. And let's not forget last year when Shiskin came here at the Champion Chase and was a warm favourite and got beat by Energamine. That was off a difficult run at Ascot, where he's put on a really big performance. He comes here off a big performance at Ascot. Soft ground. The similarities are there. I don't want to be getting involved with him at even money. The one I come down on in the Ryanair Chase is actually owned by the man who owns Ryanair, which is Fury Road, trained by Gordon Elliott. He's been running over 3 miles quite a bit this season. I don't know whether he's an out-and-out 3 mile staying chaser, because he doesn't seem to get home that much. So dropping back in trip here to sort of 2.5 miles, 11-1, I think he's a decent each way price for Fury Road. He finished behind Galopin de Champs in the Irish Gold Cup. Just got outstayed there. Again, Christmas he finished 3rd as well. He has won Grade 1s in the past. And I think he's got a little bit of festival form as well. He was sent off second for the second favourite for the Stayers Hurdle, but never really travelled that well. But if you go back a bit further in time, he was I think he was second or 3rd in Albert Bartlett, which was behind Monkfish. So it was one of the best Albert Bartletts ever run. Fury Road for me, 11-1 without the. I'm happy to take on the favourite here in Shiskin. 3:30 is the Stayers Hurdle. I guess the feature race of the day, although some people think the Ryanair is now. It looks a really deep race. I sort of was going to side with T Hoopu, but I just thought the price had got a bit too short. Now he's coming to about 3-1. So the horse I'm going to back is Classical Dream. So he's available at 3 times the price. So Classical Dream at 9-1, I think, is a cracking bet each way. Great course form. Won the Supreme here as a novice. I think he finished 4th last year, maybe 5th in the Stayers Hurdle. But he's a multiple Grade 1 winner at Punchtown. He's a class animal. The angle that I really like with this horse is the fresh angle. His form after a break of 100 days or more is first, third, first, second. He goes well fresh. He comes into this off the back of a second in Hatton's Grace. He was a neck behind Tehupu. And Honeysuckle's back in 3rd. Obviously, that's a decent boost after winning the mares. And so he's got a neck to make up with Tehupu. I think the extra distance will suit him. He's probably not an out-and-out stayer at the trip. So the soft ground might be a little bit worried, but he has won on soft before. But I said Classical Dream at 9-1. I'm willing to forgive him his misdemeanours in the past. 410 is the Magners Plate handicap. 24 runners, 2 miles 5. I'm going to put up 2 in this. Both trained in the UK and both like soft ground. Obviously, there's been a lot of rain. The ground is quite soft. First one is Ferrero Bamboo for Venetia Williams. He's an 11-1 shot. 3rd in last year's Grand Annual. That was over 2 miles, unexposed at this trip, so stepping up in trip. Last year he was run off a mark of 141. He's down £6 in the handicap to 135. Hopefully, if he likes to step up and trip, I think he can go pretty close. I say he'll definitely like the ground. We know he likes soft and heavy ground, and he looks like he wants to step up and trip. So that's Ferrero Bamboo around the 10-11-1 mark. The other horse I like is 2 for Gold at a massive 50-1. So this horse trained by Kim Bailey, who's won this race previously. He's previously finished 2nd in the Grade 2 Ascot Chase. He's disappointed in his last couple of starts, but that's been at Aintree over the Grand National fences. I don't think he's set up for those mammoth trips. I don't think he really takes to Aintree that much. Never been to Cheltenham, so it was a little bit of a worry on that, but at 50-1, you can't really complain, can you? The thing that really stuck out for me was his form on soft and heavy ground. Second, first. He's never been out the first 3 in his 11 completed chase starts. As I said, Kim Bailey has won this in the past. He has got second top weight, 11 stone 13, so he's carrying near the top of the weight, but I think he's a different class to a lot of these. He might be getting on a little bit, but I think he's going to give you a good run for your money. 50-1 each way, I don't think you can complain with that. The penultimate race of the day, 450, is the Mares Novice Hurdle. This looks a really good race, a really good renewal of this. 6 of the last 7 winners of this have been Irish trained since they introduced it. I want to take on the Nicky Henderson horse at the top of the market. I think it is quite a wide open race, which is why I'm siding with one at a big price. The horse I picked out here is the Model Kingdom for Noel Mead. It's a 33-1 shot. Again, a cracking each way price. Now it's been beaten by a couple of these horses who reoppose here earlier on in the season, but its form has been taken to a new level since they added a tongue tie. Last time out at Punchestown, it was beaten by Empere Pass. That horse absolutely bolted up on Wednesday in the Ballymore Novice Hurdles. Now, I guess that horse has improved quite a bit and was held back and restrained quite a bit when they met in the Moscow Flyer at Punchestown. But that is by far the strongest piece of form on offer in this race. I say it'll go on the ground. We know that's a positive. And at 33-1, we've seen shocks in this race before. It's a big field race. I'll be against the 2 at the top of the market. There's a couple of other ones in here that I think are quite interesting. Magical Zoe. So I might have a few quid on her as well, but my main selection will be the Model Kingdom. Final race of the day is at 5:30, the Kinmure Handicap Chase. Not got a very strong opinion on this. Amateur riders, I normally look for the guys at the top who are the best. But with the ground the way it is, I've gone for one who's got form on the ground, and that's Dr. Kananga. 22 to 1, again a big price. So I'm firing some bullets out today. Hopefully we'll get one of these to land at a big price. But 5:30, Dr. Kananga, small stakes selection for me. 3 wins from his 6 starts last season. This year, for some reason, they've been running over hurdles. I don't know whether that's to try and protect his handicap mark over the fences. Again, the ground's been quite good this year, so he's probably not performed as well as he has last year, where it's been softer ground. Don't know much about the jockey. That's one I will admit. And again, it's an amateur race, so you kind of you've got to take them as they come. So 22 to 1. Dr. Kananga in the last. As I said, I'll fire a few at a big price there for you. Hopefully we'll get one of them in the frame.